Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's stream of Purple Rain, sponsored by Rockstar. My name is Kayla Lucas.
And I'm Eli, and we're bringing this to you again from the beautiful arena in GCU uh, in Phoenix, Arizona. And yeah, so for GCU Rockstar, GCU Esports and Purple Rain are both powered by Rockstar uh, Energy. Their energy drinks keep you feeling like a rock star and energized throughout the day.
All right, so today we're playing against UCSD's Navy, and I'm going to totally butcher this. NMSU's Turquoise
There you go.
today.
Yeah.
There we go. I did it. I was practicing before today's stream. So, oh,
Yeah,
so
and yeah, that's the matchup right there. And the players will be coming up as well here in a second. Couple of good maps as well to be had, but before that comes in, we have Mizzy Ice play Bomb Boy Mads, Swampy Dr. Lean, Peanut for Butter, and that's yeah. So that's NMSU. UCSD we've seen. I butcher names. I'm sorry in advance. That was
yeah,
so bad, but it's all good. It's all
yeah,
good.
it's all good. We can do this.
Yes, all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So I would like to point out that in the current standings for today, UC, oh my gosh, UCSD's Navy, they haven't lost yet. They are 7-0, while in New Mexico's Turquoise, they've only had one win in 6 losses.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a David and Goliath type of matchup today.
Yeah,
Just especially with UCSD kind of overpowering just about every team that they have played throughout the tournament series that we've been putting on
yeah,
here, and just overall UCSD. I mean, they've had some pretty
yeah,
great players. Doggio, for instance, putting up the top headshot percentage in the tournament at
yeah.
39.4%. The average is somewhere around 15% just in the overall span of Valorant as it is. So 39.4% when you need it most in a tournament setting, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and we've obviously seen from these past few streams, these last couple of weeks, of like how USD is a phenomenal team, and their strategy, whatever they're doing to get all these amazing wins, is obviously so paying up. I'm rooting for. I kind of like rooting for the underdogs. I'm really hoping for New Mexico Turquoise today. I don't know. I'm always for like the under. I'm always rooting for the underdog, and clearly that's what New Mexico is today.
Fair enough. Yeah, and honestly, to go ahead and try and get themselves into this matchup, to just in general, they're gonna have to go through Lotus as the first map, and then Ascent as the second map, and then that decider is going to be not sure what the decider is, but if we do get to it, it will come. And but first off, they have to get through Lotus or Ascent, just in general. So that is going to be the big question. Can they get through a map win against UCSD?
That's a major question of the day. And I also would like to point out, as you kind of noticed with these last couple of streams, can you? Okay, back to what I was saying. Both Lotus and Ascent are both very popular maps within Purple Rain and Valorant just in general. So I want to ask you, since you're kind of like the Valorant expert, and I'm just sort of learning all this. Why do you think those two maps specifically are just like the most popular to play in tournament style or competitive?
Well, for Lotus, Lotus is kind of different on both ends because Lotus, it has the three sites. It has a lot of gimmicky kind of angles that you
Mhm.
can play and like different ways that you can play the map in general.
Yeah.
So for an underdog team to come in and try and basically break down the overall reigning, not
Mhm.
reigning champion, but like the number one seed in the current tournament, you're
Yeah.
gonna want to pick these maps where you can get really cheesy. You want to be able to use judges whenever you can, just kind of like eliminate the skill gap in a sense. Not necessarily saying that there's like the huge skill gap, but like when you come onto a map like Lotus, if there's a team that's going to be better prepared in general, the more you don't necessarily have to rely on your strats and just kind of
Yeah.
you can cheese kills is going to be what you want. And then for Ascent, it's kind of the same
Yeah.
for every team in general. You have that five core
Mhm.
roster that you're going to come in with those same agents. And it's kind of like the map that's been, I don't think has been taken out of the map pool at all. since beta has come out.
Oh wow.
So obviously a lot of players are really
Mhm.
comfortable on the map. They've been playing it for a long time. So just in general, you don't have to think up new ideas. The ideas are kind of there in full force. You just have to kind of use them to your advantage and just hope that you can overpower the other team.
Yeah, so it pretty much comes down to like who has like the better like weapons, better like skill set, and just kind of like who can do a better job executing. All right, so we're about to go into drafts now, and like we said earlier, the first map is going to be Lotus, and as we see here, New Mexico State is going to be the defenders for this round, and UCSD are going to be the attackers this round.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be kind of standard for actually, I say standard, but the fade pick comes through. Not necessarily something that we see too often on a map like Lotus. It's normally going to be a Breach Sky combo, maybe even like what UCSD is cooking up right now with that Gecko Breach as well. Um, it's just Fade kind of was that kind of agent that you would want to play on this map, with the dogs. And then you also have the eye to try and scan these big areas on the map, but over the course of time, it's kind of like the same idea with Sova. If it has a lot of corners and a lot of angles that you can kind of hide from a dart or an eye and just avoid the overall scan through the walls, it's not normally going to be the agent you want. But, with an agent like Raze, kind of provides that kind of synergy to go along with it. Fade and Breach kind of interchangeable in that sense.
Yeah,
So just going to be interesting how they use both those combos to try and find the kills on this map.
yeah. So it's up to the teams to see what strategies that they're going. All right, we're about to go into our first round right now. Yes.
In a sec, yeah.
In a second,
There
yeah.
you go.
There
The
we go.
locks come through.
Yeah. So
Like that awkward little in between phase where you don't, for whatever reason, just don't lock, and then it's like,
yeah. So you're
okay.
just kind of like, oh, what to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. So so what are you thinking right now with the teams right now?
Both are pretty.
Pretty
Uh,
solid.
I'd say solid, yes, but also not necessarily what you always see, especially
Mhm.
for Lotus. You have that solo controller Brimstone. It's gonna be kind of hard for Brim to kind of be that full force presence, I'd say. If you play a character like Omen as the controller, the Omen can play on C, but then also smoke for A. But in this case for Brimstone, the smokes don't reach that far. So you have to kind of play in the middle of the map. You kind of have to adjust your smokes and your setups just all together, simply because this agent can't necessarily reach all parts of the map from all parts of the map, which makes it a little difficult to try and deal with, that's for sure. But I mean, if they are confident enough to pick the Brim on a map like this, I can imagine that they'd be ready to take on anything that NMSU throws at them on this defensive half.
So I know early. Oh, we're about to go into our first round right now. So something I've kind of noticed, I kind of talked about this a little bit last week when I was on stream. Something I kind of noticed, like within the first couple rounds, they really kind of like they take their time. They're trying to like lay in their land of like okay, like I want to assume the communication is like okay, you go this way, you go that way. I'm gonna go this way. Here's what we're gonna do. Like they're really gonna try and take their. Both teams are really gonna try and take their time over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for the 3-site type of
Mhm.
map. It's kind of how Haven played out when that was in the map pool, and now kind of how Lotus has taken that place of the slow, methodical idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So
CSD walking up B
Tina
main.
is trying to find. Tina's trying to find. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
You're
Brain
good.
is not braining right now.
The retake does come
Yeah.
start up 5v5 and spams through for Tina.
Tina
As
just
the
took the
smoke does
first
fall and
kill.
just right click.
Richie just took their first kill. Their first kill. Thrippy has taken their kill. Peanut Butter. Thrippy again has also got another kill as well. And now we're up to a 3v2 right now.
Yeah, and
All right.
Turkey,
Now it's on a 3v1. New Mexico just took this first round.
Yeah, and Thrippy with 4 on the round, kind of pulling that round
Yeah,
out from the brinks after the first blood goes the way of Tina for UCSD. Now, probably going to go to a bit of a tech
yeah,
pause. This looked like Shroom for UCSD. Kind of had a bit of a, couldn't figure it out. Maybe the
yeah,
keyboard had a couple of issues.
yeah.
Who knows?
We,
But nonetheless, I don't think that made too much of a difference, you know, with
yeah,
Dwight B just kind of going right on to site, getting all the kills for her team.
yeah, absolutely. As we kind of see, if we're looking at the statistics right now, with just from this first round alone, Thripey has gone 4 kills. So, oh my gosh. So pretty much Thripey has almost eliminated everyone from, oh my gosh, I cannot talk.
Yeah, but the 4 kills, you know,
Yeah,
it gets your ultimate up online quicker.
absolutely, absolutely.
Trying to go into that third round, and especially for this second round, if you can get some more orbs, you know, maybe get some more kills, maybe even a bomb defuse if it does come to that,
Yeah.
even some ult orbs to pick up around the map, it can just kind of blow through the third round bonus, which can be kind of difficult to win when you have the
Mhm.
weaker weaponry. You know,
Yeah.
UCSD is probably going to buy up rifles, vandals, stuff like
Mhm.
that going into that third round buy. But, you know, if NMSU has such a strong ult as the Raze ult to just kind of even out the playing field, it can make all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean,
Mhm.
when we're looking at that first pistol round, it looked honestly like UCSD had kind of the upper hand. So, you know, just kind of getting out onto site. They had the post plant, the 5v5, which is what you really want
Mhm.
to see when you're getting into that post plant scenario. But just overall couldn't find the kills. Even had the nice timing trying to walk through the
Yeah.
smoke. That Brimstone Rucci just trying to walk through. Even finds the kill, but the instant trade for Thrifey.
Yeah,
Thrifey? Thrifey?
I think so.
Thrifey?
I apologize if we do not pronounce your gamer tag correctly.
Yeah, that it's a little different, a
Yeah.
little hard.
Yeah, they're a little hard, but we got it. All
Yeah,
right.
and from the noise that we hear, the timer starts to tick down yet again as this second round sent the anti-eco for NMSU to come through as they take some quick aggression for the A side of the map. Raze trying to
Mm,
find those kills that we were talking about in the second round. Finding a little bit of info though
yeah.
that Skyflash does over towards C Mound. So it all just kind of soothes out. No noise to be
Um,
made.
oh, where's? I was like, who is like doing that? So
Yeah.
we're just playing. Oh, it looks like Ripey is trying to get that first kill. Will she be successful?
Yeah, and it
Or
looks like a
they?
lot of damage. Kind
Yeah.
of running into this death ball, but it's going to be a 3v5 on this fight. But Doggio is going to have
Mhm.
something to say about it. Instantly traded back as the
Yeah.
kill for Tina comes through. The spam, no good. But the omen
Yeah,
for
there we go.
NMSU. They
Now,
trade it back, and I like this rotate from UCSD as
me
well.
too. Absolutely.
30 seconds
Now,
left.
like they're at the point like they're together. They're not separating.
Right.
I think like that works really well, especially for a game like Valorant, where like there is definitely strength in numbers when it
Right.
comes to it. You don't want to be like all by yourself when it's like 3 people. Like that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
Being
absolutely.
Being Cube has just planted a spike.
Yeah,
And
this retake's gonna get really aggressive through waterfall. It's kind
yeah,
of gonna come down to UCSD if they can play off each other very well. But Rushi
yeah,
has something to say about it. Gonna get instantly traded the 1v2 now to come through for NMSU.
yeah, absolutely. Now we're at a 2v1 with New Mexico Turquoise. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and the right clicks don't do it for Shroom. And that's gonna be 2-0 NMSU, but it can't come really without any consequences as 3 fall in that bye round for the next round. It's gonna be oh so more difficult for NMSU to try and steal away from UCSD.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, and if Thwipey, yep.
Yeah.
Thwippy,
Quickly, there we go.
Thwippy, there we go.
She's gotten about
Yeah.
5 kills at this point.
Yeah, 6 orbs.
And then Ruchi has gotten 2. Both Ruchi and Lena from Tina from New Mexico has both gotten 2 kills, but it looks like that Thwippy has gotten the most kills so far. All right, getting started right away.
Pretty aggressive for NMSU.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to see maybe this plan of trying to get Tina, or not Tina, I'm sorry, Thwippy
early out in the
Thwippy
early
the
early on.
early orbs, early fights.
Yeah.
Maybe making the retake a little bit easier, but I mean, I don't think it will come too much to that as 4 players for UCSD getting ready to pound ground to see. Gonna go ahead and break the util, and the Sky Dog is gonna be used, trying to get any info, but no.
Yeah.
The spam from Ruchi is gonna find some kills.
Tina just got the first. Tina again just got another kill against his Icy.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd. Not gonna find a 4th, but the aggressiveness works out for UCSD in this instance.
Absolutely. Now it's a 4v2 right now.
Yeah, and the inferior weaponry a little bit evened out now that the Killjoy has picked up a Phantom. Now the retake does try and come through. Only a Ghost for the Rays to work with. That Gecko Flash does come in. No kills to be found though as the swing comes through. And being cubed on the flank.
Yeah, absolutely.
I suppose it wasn't being cubed on the flank, but does help that fight. Doggio on that flank and does find the clean round number 3.
Absolutely. So I personally think like UCSD Navy, they did not like New Mexico winning those first 2 rounds. So I honestly think within these next couple rounds, I think they're going to play very aggressively just because they're like we don't want New Mexico to take another one. Like we should just keep on winning and keep up with the momentum that's obviously worked well for them up to this point.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, especially with that 5v5, how close it looked, but Tina
just took that first kill.
Yeah, and that's going to be what UCSD is looking for, that first blood onto the Rays. Rays on Rays Prime, and that's just going to be a go ahead to try and get that rotate towards that C side of the map. And it looks completely unprotected as well. The Killjoy, and there comes the Rays ult, and the Killjoy is nowhere to be seen on site. Only a little bit of util, and the blind shot. Not going to find any damage at all. As the Gecko being used yet again. Probably about the 3rd Gecko plant on the map so far, and nice nade as well.
Yeah.
Is going to find some damage and a kill.
Tina just killed another player, and now we're at a 5v3.
Yeah, and it's
not looking good for New Mexico, especially like 2 of their players. They're looking like they're getting low on health right now.
Yeah, and it's looking more like a save than a retake at this point.
Absolutely.
The low HP definitely making a point to that. Is now NMSU just going to try and make sure they have a fighting chance going into this next round. As the bomb will tick down, and the round will go to UCSD 2-2. And some pretty powerful ults on the side of UCSD as well. The Gecko ult is going to be one of those for note, as well as that Brimstone ult's just 3 away. Definitely could see some kind of play to try and get some orbs up for that agent. But on the flip side, the Rays ult for NMSU looking to do a little bit of damage. Just a Spectre, but I mean when it comes up to just trying to get the kills and you have that Rays ult, it's kind of hard to resist going for those kills.
Absolutely.
I like this change of pace as well.
Me too. They're just like going right at it. They're not taking their time at all.
Yeah.
I guess like kind of like you said earlier, like I think both teams know this map very well. So they were like, okay, maybe like the first 2 rounds they wanted to get to know like how each other's teams play, and now like, okay, let's just go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, with NMSU, they've been being so aggressive with that
Absolutely.
raise fade over towards A main just about every round. Even so in the last round, they got that first kill on the raise for NMSU.
Yeah.
And I mean, just showing again that they can get those kills if they so do please
Yeah,
towards A main.
absolutely.
As now
And Tina just took his icy.
Knocked him.
Yeah, and now maybe one trade. 2 players for UCSD, very, very weak though, so a possibility.
Last player standing.
But now just a 3v1, no time virtually on the clock.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Another round going to UCSD Navy.
Yeah, and that's going to be 3-2. A couple more ults online now for NMSU. That Sky ult, also powerful in itself, especially for these eco rounds. Could play a part in maybe trying to make a break on this momentum that UCSD has seemed to just been steamrolling with ever since that 3rd round anti-bonus, I suppose is how you'd say it. But yeah, and it looks like NMSU is not going to shy away from the aggression at all. That nade combo yet again, and the suck. But Ruchi, first blood found.
Wow.
And the heal up is going to come through as well.
That was quick.
Indeed it was. Now a lot of these players, wow, just found a Doggio.
Doggio just took both Miss Izzy and Playboy Mad, and BeamQ just took Dirk's lane. And now it's about a 5v1 yet again.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just a wild way to win that round, especially for NMSU. I suppose they haven't quite won it.
Yeah.
There's the final kill to go through. But it looked like NMSU, both players that Fade and Omen, just were not ready for any players through that B main area of the map. You know, it was just kind of so focused towards A main, getting ready for that aggression to come through like the round before, but you know, just kind of UCSD's thought process. They know that there's going to be too much attention there.
Yeah.
They just kind of backstab, and that's just 2 free kills for Doggio all day.
Absolutely. And we kind of noticed within the last 2 rounds, Peanut Butter was like the last one, which is such a tough position, especially if you're like the last member of your team, and yours like and it's like there's like more members alive. That has to be a pretty tough position to be in for Peanut Butter. Now we're back into the next round. Again, they're just going right at it. Both teams are playing very aggressively right now.
Yeah, and that's just a really good C hit with that breach ult. You know, kind of makes it so no player on the C site can have a fair fight if they do so choose to play on that site. But the flank does come through, and the first blood found for NMSU. Just one player though on this flank, and all 4 players from UCSD are here to fight it. Does find another, but no more to be found. Shroom is going to put her down, and now post plant 3v4. No map control at all on that C side of the map, but Tina does not care. Just walks out, and a nice shot from Peanut Butter. Gonna pick up that Phantom. 2v4. 2 come through. The smoke goes down. Peanut Butter not ready. Shroom and Doggio trying to make it work. As 2 kills come through, Shroom gonna find a 3rd, and time ticks down, not half.
Who's gonna take that last?
And Shroom.
Shroom takes that last kill.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
A lot of nice shots from both teams to try and pull that round back in. Honestly, came back to the raise for NMSU, just finding any kills on that flank. Finding the first was pretty good, but finding the second, when all 4 players go back to fight you, that's a pretty big hero play. But in the end, it is Shroom going to be that hero for her team, as 4 kills. And those are the first 4 for her in the map, so a little bit of momentum for her now as she tries to get back into this game, and UCSD keeps this momentum up. A nice flash too, but Tina, an uncharacteristic whiff.
Yeah.
Does come through, and now things quiet down. 4v4, but Izzy getting caught up. Parasite
just
util.
they're like I think they're like they were playing very aggressively these last couple rounds, and now they're slowing. Things are just slowing down a bit.
Yeah.
Like they're just slowing down. It's just like, why do you think that is? You know, like why do you think like the last couple rounds they seem they play aggressively. Now we're getting to a point like things are starting to slow down. You know?
Yeah, it gets to that mid round, and when it gets super aggressive in those mains, anything can really happen. You just gotta slow down, see what develops throughout the round.
Absolutely.
And UCSD figuring that out very, very well. Gonna go ahead and get that free bomb plant, and I believe maybe even a Killjoy ult
Spike planted.
to be coming through for NMSU. There it is. It's now slowly ticks down. Nowhere is safe on that C side of the ult, but actually the Brimstone ult is going to go ahead and stop it, and now NMSU has to be so wary about any players on the C side, but no players to be found. Here comes the secondary Gecko ult. Is going to detain that Killjoy. Nobody on the bomb.
Oh wow, there you go.
Room and Ruchi.
Both getting 2 kills. Ruchi again just got that kill. Doggo just got that last kill.
Yeah, and that's just a dominant performance for UCSD on that post plant.
Absolutely, that's phenomenal. Tina has gotten about 9 kills throughout these last few rounds, which is phenomenal. And Thripey as well. Thripey has also gotten 8 kills as well. So it's really, you can kind of see like who are like the 2 key players are for both teams, right? So it's like I think like they're trying to think, okay, let's get the 2 the 2 main players out first, because we see how phenomenal those 2 people are. So it's just kind of like, okay, let's eliminate the key player first, and then we'll destroy the rest, basically.
Yeah, and then when it comes to that, looks like UCSD gonna try and actually avoid their raids altogether, just trying to go towards this C side of the map. Not much has changed for the NMSU setup for that defense side.
On my mark.
Normally just that raise fade over towards A, the Killjoy and Sky over towards C, the solo Omen towards Lotus Door, and now the Killjoy ult does come through, and it's going to have to be given up completely. No ults to destroy it. Actually, though, the Raze ult committed, but no kills, no damage really to be found.
Yeah, nothing's really like happened. The spike has been planted, and so the smoke is happening too. So it's kind of like
it's gonna be a tough battle back.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough for both teams. With Doggill has taken that first kill. Ruchi has gotten another kill as well, and so they're like. Miss Icy has gotten the first kill. Bean Cubed has gotten another kill. Bean Cubed has also gotten. Wow, Shroom has gotten that last kill.
A little bit of whiff there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Honestly, like I'm gonna be genuine here. I don't know how those bullets don't hit. Like the crosshair's just on her head. It doesn't make sense, but you know, is what it is.
Yeah.
End of the day, UCSD does come out with round number 7. I mean, that was kind of expected. You know, you're going to invest the ults on the anti-eco. You're going to be up against Deagles, the Sheriffs, rather. And, it's not going to be much of a contest in general. But, now this kind of the round that NMSU is going to have to try and dig deep, find a round win of their own.
I agree.
This is the Gecko.
With Bean Kip just gotten that first kill. Darlene just got their kill. Doggill has gotten another kill against Darlene. Again, we're just seeing a very, very aggressive play from both teams.
Yeah, and Tina is not letting that aggressive nature go to waste as she finds yet another in CT. And I mean, the push is definitely going to keep going as she goes on through CT, trying to find any more kills that she can. Roomba used the information found. They know both of these players around Tina.
Tina just got it. And now we're at a, there. I was about to say we're at a 4v1, but now it quickly went to a 3v1. And then, of course, UCSD Navy just won another round.
Yeah, and I mean, that's honestly good on UCSD.
I agree.
Kind of figuring out that NMSU is going to have to change some things up This
Yeah.
time around, they try and make that push towards C mound. Only 2 players. It's
Yeah.
gonna find the trades, but in the end, the man advantage goes to UCSD. The 4v3 does come up, and I mean,
Absolutely.
UCSD is not gonna let that go to waste in the slightest. They just kind of run it down through C, and I
Yeah.
mean, they're just trying to go rinse and repeat for this next round. Yeah, that breach ult, it's gonna be very prevalent. So gonna
Wow.
accidentally hit
Oh.
Tina. It's
Yeah.
Doggio.
Yeah. It's like if you were oh wow. So Beamed Cubist has planted another spike. So something I want to ask you is as Tina just gotten
Yeah,
two
Tina's going on a
Tina
rampage.
is on a roll right now, but as I was kind of saying earlier, I mean, I'll probably ask when we're all on break, or if I'm assuming New Mexico is going to be calling a timeout in just a little bit. Yeah, being cute. Mid Icy has gotten a kill. Being cute. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Another win for
Last
UCSD
round in
Navy.
the half.
So, something I want to ask you is, if you were in New Mexico's position right now, what is like something that you want to like do?
I think you definitely have to try and change up the setups a little bit. I think this would definitely be the first time that we've seen the fade towards C in a prevalent round. It feels like just about every round that we've looked at the minimap, it's always this Raze trying to be aggressive towards A main, just
Yeah.
with a nade and an Omen flash. But I mean, whenever UCSD, like we're seeing, tries to get aggressive, they so
Yeah.
much util. Actually, though, only gonna find one, and actually comes out with the trade war win.
Absolutely.
3v2 now,
Spike down A.
and guns do not play a factor. All players have Vandals, rifles, Phantoms, whatever they need. It being the last round definitely helps out with that.
Yeah. Now we're at a 3v2 with New Mexico Turquoise has 3, while UCSD Navy has 2.
Yeah, and now
Do you think that this could be going into New Mexico's favor for this round?
definitely could be. They have the man advantage. Bomb does go down though, in kind of a good position for UCSD. A lot of places they can play post plant very effectively. And you know, if NMSU decides to slip up a little bit, they were
They're in
they were
trouble.
trying to split up a little bit, but now the split up
Absolutely.
does end a little bit now. And UCSD, I kind of like this setup too. Double
Too.
heaven. It's gonna be that full blind does come in.
Last
Like-
player standing.
Doggio finds the first, making
Yep.
a 1v2, but Peanut Butter finds both players, and that's gonna be a 3-9 score line going
Yeah.
into the second half.
Absolutely.
And I mean, UCSD just overall just showed the prevalence that they showed on the map in general, kind of dominating whenever they wanted to go for those C hits,
Switching sides.
especially,
Yeah.
you know, you just have a player like Tina that can just kind of force her will,
Yeah,
In the game,
absolutely.
you know, just trying to take these aggressive lines, the double satchel out onto site and push aggressively into CT. And just honestly the reads as well, because a lot of these times when she is making these aggressive plays, she's going to have the space or the timing to make them as well. So
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
kudos to her, kudos to UCSD for giving her the opportunities to do that as well throughout the rounds. And now it's just going to
Absolutely.
be how they are able to use that aggressiveness in the defensive side of the half. You know, with Lotus, it's such an offense-heavy map that if
Mhm.
you can try and flip it on its head and play your defense like you're playing offense,
Mhm.
it can be pretty difficult to play against overall. As NMSU is going to be
Yep.
trying to make it a fast hit towards B, but the Brimstone Molly going to be denying that quite a bit. Couple of flashes to come through, and then even another Molly is, but White Bee just gonna run out of the smoke. And Ruchi as well
Ruchi.
just runs out of the smoke.
Yeah.
Tina with the trade, and Beam Cube
Spike down B.
finds 2
Last
on the
player
round,
standing.
1v3 for this
1v3.
for this pistol.
I can't even imagine what type, like, that must be in a tough position to be in. If you're like, if you know, like, there's like, obviously, as I said earlier, strength in numbers, like, that has to be so incredibly tough. But congratulations to UCSD for taking another win. This is like, this is crazy. Like, we obviously, I mean, I really see why up to this point UCSD has have 7 wins up to this point.
Yeah.
They're an absolutely phenomenal team. They obviously know like what works well for them. They obviously know like what maps to pick, what what maps that should be banned. Like they know like they know in and out, which is I think is so incredibly important, especially for for like this tournament when there's like a prize pool to be won at the end of this.
Right. Yeah.
Which I think, correct me wrong, I think it's about 6,000, 5,000? 5,000? Yeah. Tina just got the first 2 kills, and now we're at a 5v2 with Tina getting another kill.
Yeah,
and
there's the ace.
Ace.
Big time ace.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just the aggressiveness, like we were saying in the beginning, you know, for Lotus in general. If you're going to be able to flip it on its head when you're on defense and try and play super aggressive like you are playing that offensive side of the map, you know, that's just what we saw. You know, it was the Raze Gecko Breach just kind of running it down through A main. They get the first kill on the flank, and I mean, the pinch onto B main is just pretty standard. It's nothing really that NMSU can do in that try, but, you know, now we go into the next round, and it is that aggressive move towards A main yet again.
Yeah.
About 3 players now. Wow, BeanQ
just got that first blood in this round.
Even finds the escape for life, but UCSD is gonna try and get a little more aggressive. Not gonna note the player in the corner, but now maybe having an inkling after that Roomba shows a little bit of presence.
Yeah.
But the trade comes through from BeanQ, and now the 3v4 on this bonus is going to be quite difficult for NMSU, even with the gun advantage to try and take up the Bulldog Vandal, Spectre, and nice positioning from Shrimp here as well. I don't think NMSU is going to be ready for this. Yeah,
no.
Shrimp just goes around the corner,
Shrimp
but the
just like
Spectre
started to, but then quickly backed out.
Yeah, it's just kind of a gun dip, but Shroom does not care. Takes out her counterpart. Tina from the back finds another kill and the run through the smoke, and the final kill. That's the bonus.
Yep, Shroom just got. Wow, Shroom just got that last kill. Look at these numbers. Like, it's crazy. Like, Tina has gotten about 21 kills. Dagyo has gotten 13. B-Cube has got 12. Richie 11. Shroom 8. Like, phenomenal performance. But I also want to get some credits to NMSU as well with their statistics. Again, absolutely phenomenal amount of kills. Stripey 9, Peanut Butter 8, and then I couldn't get best for the rest of them, but phenomenal performance by both teams thus far. Tina's gotten that first kill. Doggo has gotten the second kill against Peanut Butter. Stripey has gotten a kill towards Tina. Hey, your face is shocked. I wish we could show you on camera right now, but your mouth is literally like your mouth is literally dropped. Doggo has gotten that kill against Stripey as well. Doggo just got another kill mixed in the Zizi. Doggo has gone.
Number 4, 13-3 for this first map for UCSD to take it. And I mean, in pretty dominant fashion, as we saw, 13-3. Next map is going to be Ascent. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. And now we're back in round 2 with the next map. It's going to be Ascent.
Yep. And I'm looking forward to seeing how NMSU could possibly come back after that kind of devastating loss on their map pick. Kind of 13-3. And
Yeah.
UCSD just kind of throwing their weight around, just showing why they are the number 1 seed currently, 7-0, just overall, and not going to be giving away free maps, free rounds to
Mm-mm.
just about any team at all. And so we have the tournament page. So we have our 5,000 prize pool, 7 weeks of round robin play, and our playoffs do start on April 4th, with the grand finals being on April 7th. So that is powered by Rockstar, our great sponsor. We love Rockstar around here, and can't get enough of it. Just in general,
Mm-hmm.
big shout out to them. Big shout out to all the teams that are participating in this tournament. Purple Rain overall in general. And yeah, back to the game at hand. Ascent.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to see maybe a little bit of what's the word? Creativity, maybe? Not the same 5 agents
Mm-hmm.
played. That'd be incredible. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness. Craziness. But,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it is the best 5 characters: the KO,
Mm-hmm.
Killjoy, Omen, Sova, Jet, just kind of how it is.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, at the end of the day, if that's what happens, it happens. Looking forward to seeing if NMSU can turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very interested to see what types of strategies that MMSU is going to pull off today. As we kind of saw, like I wanted to say, like I think like as we're players are going through the first round, like they're probably getting to know how each other play.
Right.
I mean, obviously, like if they played against each other before, I have no previous knowledge if they did in the past, but obviously, like when we're going through these first couple of rounds, we kind of see like how both of teams play.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what New Mexico pulls off this time, because they're now kind of getting used to how USCD no
UCSD.
yeah, there you go, how they play, and they're both very very aggressive teams.
Right.
Like they both play very very aggressively, as we saw last within the last couple of rounds. they they both didn't take they both didn't take them. They were just up for business up to that point.
Right.
Obviously, there were a couple of points during the last couple of rounds that they were like things were starting to slow down for a bit. They were just again they were trying to like figure out what to do, and then obviously, um, the kills obviously happen, and then eventually the first one does go to UCSD.
Yeah, and I mean for Ascent, you were talking about it. Double or both players or both teams rather are going to be more
Mhm.
on the aggressive side.
Yeah,
Kind of looking forward to seeing the brawls that are going to come off a barrier drop.
absolutely.
It's going to be like a lot of those tile crunches. Where
Mhm.
you have the KO flash coming in over the top,
Mhm.
the jet dash into tiles. That is assuming that both teams, or at least one of the teams, runs those 2 characters, which I can imagine they would.
Yeah.
And then you have the A main pushes that you can do with an Omen Blind, Jet Dash, Updraft, as well as some mid pushes that you can do once you get like kind of into the mid
Mhm.
halfway point of each half. When you're on defense and you have that operator, you can kind of get a smoke towards tiles. You can take the aggressive line from bottom mid up to top mid, and then have a player maybe walk up cat, try and take some early fights, and just things like that to try and shake up the other team and
Yeah.
just try and capture whatever momentum you can in those rounds.
Absolutely. And obviously, we saw incredible performances from both sides. And obviously, we talked about a lot of the players who've done phenomenal. And I'm really I was kind of saying towards the end, we kind of see like the two key players for both teams, right?
Right.
Oh, and I guess we're going into drafts, and as I said earlier, the second map is Ascent here.
Yeah, and it's looking like the normal. Well, I say that, but
We
oh boy, I actually forgot
Ooh.
about this. UCSD, last time that I've seen them on Ascent, played that Brimstone in Phoenix, and I mean,
Mhm.
looking forward to that. I mean,
Absolutely.
it that was back at first week when they played TMU. didn't quite go the result that they were hoping for. I believe
Yeah.
it was a 13-10 in TMU's favor.
I think so.
Yes. Well, maybe. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so too. I watched that first stream behind the scenes, and obviously we saw what we clearly see what UCSD can do.
Yeah.
We know what they can do. It's kind of up to New Mexico State. It's kind of like up to them to pull through. 'Ca-
Yeah.
I think now New Mexico is familiar with how UCSD plays. I think I'm very hopeful they can pull off this next round. But like we said earlier, it's kind of like up to who has the better skill set. Because I guess like you said, like I don't think weapons really matter in when a map like Ascent. It just kind of like has like who can pull off better, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, NMSU kind of bringing in the niche little pick, the fade, bringing in the fade. We've seen it a couple of times, specifically in tier 1, tier 2 play,
Yeah,
having that
absolutely.
fade. Just it can be pretty powerful. You know, there are a couple of lineups for that fade eye that can get a lot of you can get a lot of value from. But I mean, just in general, I kind of would have liked it more if they would have gone with the Rays instead of the Jet,
Interesting.
just because you know it has that kind of more better, yeah, good, a lot better of a synergy for those two characters, Rays and Fade. They just kind of mesh better with the Fade suck and
Yeah,
the Rays nade, just getting those free kills and things like that. When it comes to
absolutely.
Fade and Jet, it's kind of, you know, with each duelist, you kind of have like the niche initiator that you can use really well with one
Mhm.
another. You know, like with Jet, you have like Sky and Breach that you can just do a flash and dash, like kind of what Korean Jet used to do just all the time.
Mhm.
Normally, that's how like when you see like APAC teams play a lot, they'll have that Breach Jet combo. They really like that combo actually. Kind of the ones
Absolutely.
that made it so prevalent, especially on maps like
Mhm.
Haven and things like that. So, you know, just would have liked to see a concussed character or more of a flash character with the Jet,
Mhm.
but I mean, UCSD, or sorry, NMSU is the one that has the fade. So, gonna go ahead and see what they can do.
Yep, absolutely. Something I kind of wanted to ask you was um, obviously within the first couple of rounds, we kind of
Here.
see the unlimited of like like splash on the screen.
Yeah,
For our viewers who really isn't familiar with Valorant, what is the purpose of like the splash?
the splash. Um, say it one more time for me. The splash. Uh,
Oh,
actually, just before we get into that,
oh, there we go.
a lot of aggression
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
UCSD, and I mean just players flooding out of tree. Just
Yeah,
gonna find so many kills for this first pistol round is
yeah.
so 1v4, and
There we
Ruchi
go.
gonna find the fourth on the round. That splash.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the on the screen where you kind of see that blue like blob on the screen.
Oh, for the gecko flash?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just kind of the way that the gecko flash works. Yeah, it just kind of it shoots you, and instead of having the bright light like what you would have with the breach flash, you just get that like kind of pace thing.
Mhm.
It's kind of I kind of like it just because you can't really dodge it at all, like for the gecko flash altogether. Like with the breach flash or sky flash, you can just kind of turn it
Yeah.
if you're quick enough with it. But if you're not with the gecko flash, it doesn't really matter. You just have to shoot the flash, which
Yeah.
makes it different.
Absolutely.
But for this game, the only flash is gonna be that Phoenix and the KO. I didn't even notice this at first, but UCSD actually running the double sentinel. I don't know how I didn't even
Oh wow. Yeah.
notice it, but
Tina
I mean,
just got that first blood.
yeah,
No charges left.
just kind of running through, and
Yeah.
a lot of these players on 1 HP, KO and the fade.
Like obviously like they're just trying to like figure out okay. like I feel like a lot of the players we've been seeing, they almost kind of like hide in corners and then hopefully someone can pass by. With that being said,
Yeah.
Beankip just got a kill. Dakiel just got a kill, and Team Ace with another win going to UCSD Navy.
Yeah. And for UCSD Navy, having that double sentinel setup is going to make this half that much more important for them. They're
Yeah.
going to have to find a lot more rounds than what you'd normally like, because you're going to be so defensive heavy that when you do go to offense, it's going to be really difficult to try and get out onto sites. You know, like when you have the KO instead of the Cypher, and then you have, I suppose the other player that would be different, not the Omen, but the Jet? Yeah, the Jet. It's going to just be easier for comps that do have those characters to get on the site, you know, like a dash, like we're about to see, just a dash out onto site, make it easy peasy.
Yeah, absolutely.
See how those flashes do come in and the dash does come out. No smokes to be found at all, but Dwipey does not care.
Yeah.
2 found on the round, 5 HP. And now it's just going to be Shroom, or sorry, Beam Cube all alone. Does find the first, but no more will be found.
Yep.
It's a 2v4 for UCSD. It's going to have to come through on this round for them to have a chance.
Absolutely. It was like earlier, like literally like maybe like a minute ago, it was starting to get towards UCSC's favor, but now we're kind of seeing a 4v2 with New Mexico. Shroom just got a kill, and then Shroom just got another kill again, and now we're at a
Oh my
2v.
goodness.
Wow, yeah. Now another win going to UCSD. It was really quickly looking like New Mexico could win this one.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, we just saw UCSD just taking over, regardless of the numbers, and now another win just go off again, which is another phenomenal performance by them.
Yeah, and I mean, that just comes down to Shroom just overall.
Yeah,
She
absolutely.
just kind of runs out onto site, finds the first through lane, and then just whips around and finds
Yeah.
the player through B main that's trying to make
Yeah.
the flank play. And I mean, once it gets to the 2v2, it felt like they cannot be stopped.
No.
Ruchi and Shroom gonna find that 2v4.
Yeah.
This is a nice
As
spot.
we're looking at the statistics right now, Ruchi has gotten about 6 kills thus far, which is again phenomenal. And now we're just seeing, again, kind of like taking their time, just like, oh
Camera taken out.
yeah, they're just
Kate?
kind of like taking their time right now. It's just like I prefer it that way if I were playing, just because like
Yeah.
taking it easy at first, because sometimes if you play too aggressively too quickly, it can quickly go up against your favorite, as we kind of seen previously. I prefer like if they as that's being said, Beef Kill just got a kill against Peanut 4 Butter, and
Oh, and a couple whiffs.
yeah, absolutely.
Not gonna help this round out at all. Had the opportunity on that
Yeah.
Phoenix as well, but nothing to be found. Tina is gonna have to back up.
Yeah.
But Tina actually through the
Tina-
smoke.
yeah.
Maybe got a
Wow.
Sova tag onto Dwipey. Now UCSD just trying to get these kills up and kind of
Yeah.
run down NMSU where they stand.
Now we're at a
Player
4v.
standing.
Oh, I was literally about to say we're at a 4v2, but then another one go up
Yeah.
against UCSD.
Just kind of all went downhill
Yeah.
for NMSU. You know, you have those sheriffs, and it even looked like Peanut Butter was gonna have a chance
Yeah.
at those players in mid, but I mean, an entire magazine from a sheriff.
Yeah.
Gotta hit those headshots to have a chance. No kills found for her.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
for NMSU, doesn't come another chance. The full buy
Yeah.
does come through. No, not quite the ults that are gonna be wanted. You know,
Yeah,
only the Omen ult, but actually just a fast, aggressive play for B main. Tina is gonna be going through,
Oh,
but
wow.
Ruchi and Bean Cube there to try and help her out. Ruchi gonna fall, but now just a 1v2 as the last player is known. 50 HP, 1 kill found, but the second no. Shroom stands tall as the round goes to UCSD. Round number 5,
My camera is broken.
going into the 6th, and now NMSU is kind of backed up into
Yeah.
a corner. Another buy
That
to
was
maybe come through, but
yeah, that was really quick. Like I was literally taking a sip of water, and then suddenly, as soon as I was done, literally everything it just went boom, 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 boom.
yeah, just in a flurry. There we go, flurry.
Flurry.
Well, I suppose both words work.
Yeah.
Flurry, fury.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what context.
Yeah. And there's
Oh,
the aggressiveness
Tina just
from
got
Tina
the first kill.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, Tina has been Ruchi.
Oh.
There's like a lot going on right now. Shroom just got Playboy Maz just got a kill against Shroom, and now we're quickly at a 3v1 with UCSD taking 3 and New Mexico Turquoise has taken 1.
Yeah, but that timing for Ruchi and
Yeah,
for
that-
UCSD just so odd. But
Yeah,
Playboy Mad's not gonna find any more on
Nope.
the round.
again another round going to UCSD Navy.
Yeah, and that's number 6. And I mean,
Yeah.
these rounds have been moving pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Just overall, it's gonna be number 7 coming up soon. It's a couple of these players just kind of making their
Yeah.
presence known. Ruchi, one of them, 9 and 3
Yeah.
and 5.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, there comes the timeout. Definitely gonna be needed for
Yeah.
them to try and get back into this game. I mean, 6-0, kind
That's-
of a deficit that's gonna be difficult to come
Yeah,
back on.
That's
especially
pretty
for
rough.
when you were playing against a team like UCSD that has this double sentinel on the defensive side. Just kind of feels like impossible to try and make any moves around the map when you have so much utility you have to worry about.
Absolutely. Like as you were saying, these last couple rounds haven't kind of been hard to at least commentate on, just because they're just moving so quickly. And I think that's kind of like the move for UCSG. I think they're just trying to quickly get that win, because I think there is that chance that New Mexico Turquoise can win a round or two. I'm hoping they win more rounds. But right now it's definitely looking towards another win for UCSD Navy.
Yeah, it's definitely looking
A
like
hard
the wins
position.
are flowing that way. Just 6 rounds overall found for UCSD, and now
Yeah.
even going into against another eco, a couple
Yeah.
of stingers, a Bucky, and a Deagle. Do have that Jet ultimate online, but I mean, it's going to be the aggression from UCSD yet again. It's Doggio actually might get caught just kind of walking up. Only the
Yeah.
gun barrel to be found, and the
There
right
we
click
go.
used.
Wow.
Vandal is recovered, but Ruchi about to swing through that smoke with
Yeah.
Tina and Ruchi
Tina
getting
Ruchi.
very
Wow.
aggressive.
Absolutely. And now we're quickly at a 4v3 right now. And Tina just got another wow.
Yeah, and there's-
Tina, Shroom, and then Tina again just basically got another win.
yeah.
Look at these numbers between Ruchi and Tina. Obviously, Ruchi has gotten 10 kills. Tina has gotten 8. Shroom 7. Bean Cube 7. Doggio 3. And then obviously I want to point out New Mexico as well, with Playboy Mess having 5. Thripe having 4. Dirksling have 3. Oh, we're going to go to another timeout now.
Yeah, actually coming from UCSD.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what they're trying to plan out here.
Yeah.
Maybe even just kind of putting it into the heads of New Mexico State that,
Yeah.
hey, you know, we're up 7-0, but we're not going to let that stop
No.
us. We're going to come up with another plan to try and get aggressive here.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to let any idea for NMSU go kind of unquestioned,
Yeah.
uncountered, I suppose.
At this point, like, New Mexico has to play aggressively, because obviously, because like UCSD, they also are playing very aggressively as well. And like obviously, as we've been saying, 6-0. So at this point, New Mexico has no choice but to literally play aggressively, and we'll see if it goes in their favor or not. But that's going to be determined by them. I'm sending all my encouragement to them right now, as I know how hard it can be. But again, phenomenal performance by both teams. Like, I so desperately want to acknowledge that. I know we've been talking about UCSD a lot just because of like their play, but I also want to take acknowledgement for New Mexico Turquoise as well, because they're also been doing phenomenal as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, UCSD, oh my goodness.
Tina just got
again.
3.
3.
Phenomenal performance by Tina.
Gonna be getting really aggressive. The self line does come through, and another line does come through. The 4th, maybe
Tina
even the
again.
5th. No ace to be found. Doggio will find that, but
Flawless.
I mean, UCSD looked like they read the play NMSU wanted to do.
Yeah,
perfectly.
absolutely.
You know, except for kind of the insta-Sova ult, the KO ult does counter that. Did
Yeah.
cancel it out a little bit.
Absolutely.
But you know, at the end of the day, UCSD had the right idea. 4 players stacked towards A.
Yeah.
And Tina, I mean, just kind of finds the 3 free kills
Yeah.
on site.
Again, what a phenomenal performance by Tina. What a phenomenal performance by everyone from both UCSD and NMSU Turquoise. I'd say Playboy Maz having 5 kills, Thripe having, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they have 4 kills. So again, phenomenal performance by both teams, but like, if you were in New Mexico's position, what would you have to do at this point?
It's gonna have to be taking the aggression like Doggio.
Yeah,
coming in through
Doggio.
mid, just kind of running up.
Doggio again.
Yeah, finds 3 on the round. The trade for Ruchi comes through, both kills. But it's plays like that where NMSU just kind of can't stop UCSD, and UCSD,
No.
they know that. They're going to take the aggression up
Yeah.
through mid, and they're just going to kind of push this game along and try and get through to that win as quickly as they can.
I was just like about to point that out because like it's very clear that like UCSD is like they're just trying to win, right? They know like that it's gonna be real for them. It's most likely gonna go into UCSD's favor, and so they're just trying to get it. They're just trying to like get it over with, you know. They're just trying to like, okay, let's just win.
Yeah, and I mean UCSD, even though they're up 9-0, another great read. 5
Absolutely.
players towards B, both Sentinels here as well. All their util set up, the turrets, the tripwires, the cages, the mollies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be so difficult for UCSD to try and, for NMSU, excuse me, to break out onto the site.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
in general. Any jet dash, well, no jet dash now, but now just a couple of tripwires, and actually all 5 of the UCSD players onto this B site. So now they're just going to start to cross. Actually, Tina
just got the first kill against Thripe.
Yeah, and the Brim ultimates as well. Try and force out some more players, but none will be found. Gee, wants to get aggressive yet again.
Like they were all like I like the strategy that UCSD is playing right now. They're all together. None of them are separated. It could very well go up against NMSU. They kind of need to be together as well.
Yeah.
Obvious, because if you're separate, that can be a very detrimental decision. But if you're together, again, you never know with these types. You never know with these rounds because if you're together, Ruchi's just gotten 2 kills, which is phenomenal. Now we're quickly at UCSD. Tina just got a kill, and now we're at 5v1 right now, and being cubed got a kill against Tina for Butter. Now we're at 10-0.
I mean, what are you gonna do when you're
What are you gonna do at that
you're
point,
trying
right?
to just go through B, and instead of maybe making the read that you're kind of getting all this space for free through mid,
Absolutely.
instead you just take the split onto B, and all 5 players from UCSD just sprinting out onto site.
Absolutely.
15 seconds to plant the bomb, but you have to kill all 5 players to plant the bomb. It's not quite the ideal scenario that you're looking for if you are NMSU here, but I mean, not all good, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. The location has been.
I mean, UCSD just another aggressive play yet again. Phoenix
Absolutely.
all up through mid.
Oh, Tina's
mid.
about.
Yeah,
Tina
one
and
found,
Doggio
Doggio
just-
another. Tina to find
Yep.
2. And a lot of damage.
Yeah. And now we're at again 5v2 with Ruchi's got a kill against Boy Mass, and Ruchi's gonna take that last kill. 11-0.
I mean, that's the prevalence of double Sentinel, not necessarily being shown to full force, given how aggressive UCSD has been
Yeah,
throughout
absolutely.
this map. But I mean, when they have been trying to just turtle on a site, seems like they just cannot, or NMSU rather, cannot really break out onto
Yeah,
the site, get any. But I mean, for the first time all game, UCSD not going to necessarily be stacked to where NMSU are looking to fight towards. All 5 players for NMSU towards tiles, all 5 players for UCSD going to be bunched up in hell on A site.
Absolutely.
Kind of taking a huddle.
Yeah,
See what
Swipey's
happens.
just taking the time. Doggo is just like, just going. Swipey is just like, just standing there. Like, Swipey's obviously like doesn't want to move her precision. Now we're out of. Again, like they're all just kind of like hiding in corners and with. Oh, there we go. Playboy
There's
Matt's
the
just got 2 kills. Wow.
Spike down. Mid.
Doggio,
Quickly
and
found.
now we're at a 4v2 with UCSD Navy. Could this be their first win in this round? Could this go into New Mexico's favor? Right now, it's definitely looking like it, but then again, we've seen this position from UCSD before, and then they've been able to take that win. So we'll obviously see within, I would say, within the next seconds from now.
Yeah, definitely is going to be a tough round for NMSU to kind of lose here.
Yeah,
Have all
absolutely.
the advantages, even have that
Spike
fade ult to
planted.
play with as well. Shroom going to be on 1 HP, and Doggio, the only one with any real HP. No value out of the fade ult as both players dodge it. And now it's just going to be the dart, and there's the first kill. Shroom to get the trade.
And
Now
now,
just 12 HP and a dream. Yeah, it will not
there
be
we
found.
go.
We do avoid the 13-0.
Yeah.
Do love that. 11-1.
Yeah.
Switching
And I mean, if we're gonna believe in NMSU to bring this back, it's got to start here at the pistol, you know.
I agree.
And that's where all the momentum normally will start. That's how Valorant just is. And it is such a heavy momentum game that, I mean, if you do find the 4 or 5 rounds that you need, there is a chance. But of course, can't really be hoping for that until you can see a couple round wins for NMSU. On the flip side, though, UCSD just looking to barrel through
Yeah.
onto this B site from the looks of it. Maybe even a split towards Cat towards A, maybe a split towards B. At this point, could be anything. Just maybe even playing reactively, seeing where they get the kills, things
Yeah.
like that.
At this point, anything could happen. Hopefully, getting that first win for MNSU can kind of give the motivation that they need. Because again, it has to be so tough for New Mexico, and I'm hoping for them, like having that first win in this round could like give them the motivation that they need. With
Yeah,
Boy
there's-
Mats getting the first kill against Shroom, Richie is planting a spike right now.
Oh, and there's the 3v5
Yeah,
for this pistol.
I think that New Mexico winning that first round is giving the New Mexico the motivation that they need. With Ruchi getting a kill as well, and now
Yeah, there's
now
the next kill.
4v2 right now
One enemy remaining.
with
Now Tina, though.
yeah.
Oh, well, finds 2, but no more to be found. 11-2 now for NMSU. UCSD
Yeah.
still firmly ahead in the lead.
Absolutely.
Even maybe a possible force to come out. Who knows?
Probably. You're probably right. Like, I honestly think, like, I'm hoping that, like, winning these last 2 rounds is giving the New Mexico the motivation that I think they really need right now. Because I'm sure it's like I'm sure it's like disencouraging when you're losing so much. But then it takes one move, one move, one shot to make your entire team in your favor. So I'm hoping like New Mexico is just kind of like getting motivated, and they're like, okay, let's do it. But Peanut 4 Butter has taken their first kill against Tina. There we go.
Yeah, and that knife is going to give the rest of the info away. All 4 players should
Yeah,
have been tagged.
Absolutely.
So now it just leaves UCSD 4 players in B main. No one for NMSU kind of moving with the tide. The smoke does fall, and
Yeah.
a little bit of contact made. Being cubed now up to logs, trying to find anything. And I actually like this idea with
Yeah,
the ball. He
me
does
too.
push out the player for logs. And Lean is gonna find one.
Lean just
Reload
took-
though. is
Beam
gonna
Cube
be
just
her
took
demise.
another. And now we're at a VV4 right now with Playboy Mass has taken another kill against Beam Cube. So now we're at a 4v2.
Last player standing.
Playboy Mass has
Spike
got a kill
down
against
mid.
Doggio, and now we're at one. We're now at a 4v1 with Ruchi being the last player from UCSD.
The Stinger somehow gets to the corner. The Stinger though
Yeah.
is gonna be all that she wrote.
Now
Peanut Butter finds the last kill. 11 to 3.
Absolutely. 11 and 3. Like I said earlier, I think they're finding that I think they're winning that first round for them was like literally gave them the motivation that they needed because now we're seeing them play again. Now we saw them taking against 2 other rounds with like you said, for them being 11 and 3 right now. Obviously UCSD is not going to like this.
Right.
They're not liking the fact that NMSU has taken the last couple of rounds. Now they're going to be, I mean, I don't know if it's possible for them to play more aggressively than they've already been, but they could, you know, if they very easily could.
Yeah, and UCSD taking
their
light
time.
aggressive, very light passive mode.
Yeah.
Just kind of walking up though.
absolutely.
Tina is gonna find
Tina,
one. Not gonna
yeah.
clear her right though as Swipey comes away with 2, maybe even a third. The right click, but Ruchi gonna go ahead and get that trade. 2v3 is gonna come through. As now NMSU has to dig deep for this one. UCSD in the 2v3. Couple of Spectres, Sheriffs, a Molly to delay, and a
Absolutely.
Phantom in the hand of Ruchi.
Yeah.
The smoke does come through. The bomb planted for both these players in B main. The flash does come through. The retake is going to start. Just a deagle, or not a deagle, rather a headhunter.
Ruchi just got a kill.
through the smoke for
Yeah.
that Silva ult.
Player
And actually
standing.
a nice idea, just spamming through.
Now we're in
The box.
2v1.
Now just the outlaw
Very,
or Peanut Butter
yeah.
has to find these kills. And I mean, that's the first headshot that you
Wow.
need. But now
Peanut
just a
Four Butter
little
just
time.
got that kill. Now it's up to
Ruchi.
Peanut Four Butter. And Ruchi just has delivered UCSD's their 12th win.
Yeah, and it looked
It
really
was-
difficult for NMSU. Even though they were in the man advantage, you know, you have that
Yeah.
Silva utility. If nobody breaks that dart, you just get scanned through the wall, and you know, when you can see people through a smoke and they
Yeah.
can't see you. It's kind of a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
As 2 players fall to the Phantom of Ruchi, just kind of sitting in the smoke.
Absolutely.
And now UCSD poised to make an aggressive run towards A. Tina with the Judge and that Phoenix ult. Gonna try and find these fast kills. 'Cause yeah, there come the Judge shots a lot. No kills to be found. Well, wow, the nice Brimstone ult trying to clear any space for UCSD to try and get on site. Now the drone comes through. Wipey though,
Wipey just
through
got
the
a
smoke.
kill. Wow. Wow. Against Beam Cubed. And now we're at a 5v4 with Wipey getting another kill against Tina. And now the signature ability has been charged from Wipey's side as a point of view we're watching right now.
No charges left.
Yeah, and a couple nice shots from Wipey.
Yeah,
Gonna
absolutely.
start it up for NMSU.
Things are looking very rough for UCSD right now.
Yeah, but Shroom does
Shroom
find
just
one.
got that
Three.
kill.
Ruchi, Shroom finding 2, and all of a sudden, UCSD
Wow.
has that man advantage. One
I
player
take
on
back-
site.
I take back
Shroom
what I
finds
just said
the
earlier.
third.
Attackers win.
And Dogya with the last, and I mean, that's the map. And honestly, the round that we didn't think it was going to happen either.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, a part of me was so hoping that like New Mexico was going to win this one. I was so hoping, but obviously, congratulations to UCSD. Congratulations to New Mexico. You both teams played absolutely phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, it's good to say for both teams. It does come, though, to UCSD 2-0 in some pretty nice showing of skill
Yeah.
just overall. Gonna be it for the stream today, as we have a couple of upcoming streams to shout out. For next Thursday, we have Cal Esports versus Waterloo, and then for Friday, which is gonna be coming out on the Saturday.
On Saturday, yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's gonna be New Mexico yet again. We're gonna see them again, and uh, the other team that is
Yeah, I
yeah, New Mexico State will be playing. Very
yeah.
cool. And then for the next game in 2 weeks from last Thursday, it's gonna be Cal Esports versus Snaily Clan. So just those streams are coming up here over the next 2 weeks, as well
Mhm.
as a couple of Valorant streams for the GCU just in general.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
shout outs to all those. And obviously, thanks for tuning in. Thank you again for all the players that are playing in the tournaments, that did play today, that are playing in the
Mhm.
future, and just in general. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this stream.
Well, before we end, I want to give out one more shout out to Rockstar Energy. GCU Esports and Purple Rain are both powered by Rockstar Energy. Their energy drinks that can keep you feeling like a rockstar and energized throughout the day.
Yes, absolutely. Big shout out to Rockstar. And now, that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you again for being here and being with us.
Yes, so my name is Kayla Lucas,
I'm Eli.
and we'll see you next Thursday or next Monday if you're watching Valorant stream on Mondays.